Yeah, these guys with making Call of Duty games like every year, I don't know, man. Personally, I would prefer if they just expanded the game. Like, you know what was cool about Fortnite and what they were doing? I know even saying that word is cringy. Is like, oh my god, Fortnite. But the thing I really respect about Epic Games and what they were doing with Fortnite is that they were just expanding the hell out of that game. Like, they weren't making Fortnite 2, Fortnite 3, Fortnite Vanguard, Fortnite the Apocalypse. You know, like, it wasn't like a new sequel every fucking year. It was them constantly updating the game. I would prefer it if they made a Call of Duty game where they just constantly updated it. Like the way that football and basketball and all these sports games should be. It should just be updated every year. It shouldn't be 2K1, 2K2, 2K3. You know what I mean? Like it's just a cash grab. And then they're always trying to find a new way for them to monetize you more. Their strategy in the background is mainly to fit in as much microtransaction stuff as they can in it without looking too scummy, because, you know, the days of the loot boxes is starting to go away, and the new thing now is starting to become like, oh, let's just try to be closer to Fortnite. Let's do a lot of skins and let's do a lot of little microtransaction stuff to kind of speed up process of certain aspects of the games, XP boosters, all that shit. So like, I don't know. I just think it's kind of silly to spend another $60 on a Call of Duty game that's probably not that much different from the previous one. You know, like it's, and then you know, the funny thing about it all is that they use the same exact engine a lot of times. Like I didn't buy a Call of Duty game since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, so I took a long break. Didn't fuck with Call of Duty ever again from then, and then they had the new Battle Royale thing coming out, and they introduced that in, what was it? In the Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna buy it. I think this is probably gonna be a big game. I bought it, spent $60 on the game, was very disappointed because they didn't include no single player. They didn't add any extra value to it. It was literally just multiplayer for $60. And then not even 6 months later, they're already announcing Modern Warfare, the new one. And I'm like, come on, man. I literally just bought. It's like a huge slap in the face to anybody that bought the previous game. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I was robbed at that point. So like, after that, I'm never buying a Call of Duty game again. Not at normal price, at least. You know, that's why I made that video recently talking about the whole, like, you know, I don't ever want to buy a AAA game again at full release. Like, I mean, full price. It's just not worth it to me. You know, when you got so many other games that do a great job and are trying to be consistent. Like, for example, there's this game called World War III. They're still trying to update that game right now. They're still trying to make shit work with what they got. And the game, the graphics still look good and everything, you know, but personally, I'd rather wait for Battlefield 2042. But even that, you know what's the sad part is that EA already announced that Battlefield 2042 is gonna be just one game in a line of sequels. So they already confirmed that it's gonna be every year that they're gonna be coming out with a new Battlefield game. You know how sad that sounds? It's already the year 2021. We got plenty of ways to update games, and yet they're trying so hard to cash grab every fucking franchise you could possibly imagine. And all it does is just ruin it for anybody that wanted to play continue to play the previous game. Maybe the previous game had elements that were a lot more fun to play than the new one. And the sad part is that everybody that, you know, is really anxious to see what this new game is going to be like will dump the old game and jump to the new one, which separates the community into like a bunch of little boxes, you know? So like the people that want to continue to play, let's say, for example, Battlefield 3 and don't want to move on to Battlefield 4, they're going to be left behind because there's not as much community in the 3 versus the 4. And then when the new Battlefield 2042 comes out, there's going to be people that still want to play Battlefield 4, but the community is dying down because they're moving to 2042. You know what I mean? Like, it's overall just bad business model. Like, I don't care for it at all. It's good for their money real quick for the developer, but in true reality, if they sat there and they just gave us expansions, let's say they could sell us a $60 expansion to a game, and I would probably buy it. because I would prefer to support the developers that way instead of them making a whole new fucking game that's gonna separate the player base. I just don't get their logic. I would never understand what goes in their fucking mind. Like, they truly believe in this day and age that the only way to make money is to do the old thing that was going on years ago, which was make a new sequel, make a new sequel, make a new sequel.